What's good, people? Thank you for tuning in to the channel, Nutso88. For this video, I want to pretty much just talk about my 10-year anniversary of being vegan. You know what I'm saying? Making my transition in the way that I eat, and just my whole little journey since then. What I learned from it, and if you can pick some advice from this, some strength, some reconfirmations from this, it's possible. So I just want to kind of just touch on the subject. I ain't talked about too much, but look, I've been a vegan for 10 years now. I had made some mistakes in the early part, but that's all part of the journey. That's all part of just the learning curve of doing anything that shit, especially some shit you've been doing since birth, you know. But yeah, it's 10 years, but I've been doing this, so let me just say that I mean, this shit was probably by accident how this occurred. You know what I'm saying? I started becoming vegan. I started getting the concept while I was in college, and that was I had this homeboy who was he was he had some family members involved with the Hebrew Israelite clique up in Atlanta. You know, those working with Ben Ami and everything, and we had made a trip up there. You know, after just getting more knowledgeable of what the Hebrew Israelites was doing, and the original Hebrew Israelite people. Just get more knowledgeable on that. I was just kind of interested in the way that they lived and the things that they did. You know, I respected that they had their own community up in Atlanta and a few other places in America. So, this was about 2008. I had went up there after being on campus at FAU, Florida Atlantic University. So it's like I go to Atlanta with my homeboy, and we pretty much get immersed in the culture. You know what I'm saying? They had two stores up there called Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. You know, I mean, I remember eating and like everything there was vegan. You know what I'm saying? They had like the soul food version of, I mean, everything you can think of, really. I remember first eating that. It's like the best food I ever had in my life at that time. You know, it was it was all plant based. You know what I'm saying? The macaroni and cheese was vegan. Of course, they had the sweet potatoes and the cornbread. The collard greens. Whatever you can think of that they do at soul food. They did this here the vegan way with some soul in it. You know. So that was a pretty cool time in my life. So, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, they taught us a lot, gave us a lot of information and the benefits about eating in the vegan way. No meat, no dairy, no eggs, no fish. You know what I'm saying? That's considered meat too, y'all. There's some people who do that. They really just, pescatarians, I guess. But, for the Hebrew Israelite culture, that was like just straight up vegan. And just me learning that in 2008, with all that I had came back, I began considering it. You know what I'm saying? Especially learning about swine. Like swine was the first thing that I cut out. Just learning about how toxic it was. It eats anything, its own shit, and garbage, vomit, all that. It's so toxic, like a venom snake can bite that thing, and shit still live because it thrives on goddamn toxins and shit. and I mean they don't got no sweat glands either. So that's one of the reasons why it's just full of sodium whenever we eat it. I'm saying the shit this increases your heart failure, your heart rate, your blood pressure, and shit. And there's a lot of this is what would have been saying back then, and I could say the same thing now. You know, just with the extra information of um, taking on like with the oric residue of a pig or anything that you eat, man. Shit just ain't worth it for your body all the time. So, you know, there's energy to all that shit. And shit, you already dealing with enough on your own. Ain't no real need to take on any other shit, any other energy, unless you're trying to work some kind of ritual or something. But hey, that's on you. I ain't judging. But hey, swine was the first thing I cut out though, and I wasn't really thinking of giving up on meat just yet. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like, you know, at the time, swine was just the worst of it, so let me cut that out. And that's some, like, at the time, that was some tough shit for me to do, because I used to eat whole pizza boxes of, large size, from Pizza Hut or Papa John's, and get the stuffed crust shits on them, and pepperoni, you know what I mean, all meat lover kind of stuff. I was doing all of that. So, I wanted to just doing that, doing cheese pizza. Um, I might get some pineapple on it or something like that. But it got a little bit more simpler for me. For a while, I like just stopped eating the cheese on the pizza. And I just tell them just put the sauce on it. Whenever I was ordering from the dorm, my friends used to be laughing their ass off about that. Man, what the fuck you doing, man? You might just wasted the whole pizza. You know, that's how they felt. I was like, shit. But this is like just me learning. It's just starting off. It got hella a lot better by like I said, to the point where I am now. You know what I'm saying? It's been a development. Once the summer of 2009 came about, that's when I decided to just go on a fast. You know, just do nothing but raw fruits and raw vegetables for an entire month. Nothing cooked. You know, and I had considered doing that because just my further research and studies about the shit, eating that way, and also I remember at the time I just had some family members passing away, getting illnesses from just what I knew to be preventable diseases, preventable cancers, preventable sicknesses, pathologies that could have been avoided. Perhaps if we had a better diet, it's a better way to eat, and it's a better way of feeling. A lot of people just don't know how good it really is to feel until they've gone through this kind of discipline. You know what I'm saying? But to that, so shit, I just went on a fast in the summer 2009, and I had no intentions of really going full on vegetarian or vegan at that time, but I thought like if I could just do a fast, let's see like how good this really is, because I was just really searching into it. So yeah, I pretty much went cold turkey and just threw myself out there, and that shit was it was kind of tough, especially just dealing with the raw vegetables, because we always cook those things where I come from. At first from the stove, the oven, and all that stuff. But then later on, in my childhood, we got microwaves and stuff. So and this shit is bad too. I might stay away from that shit. But shit, I remember just starting off the fast. It was tough, but after the days went by, in the early parts of it, I was like saying, I can't wait for it's like some more fried chicken from Popeyes, shit, churches, goddamn. I just can't wait from get get some more meat in my system. That's how I was in the beginning. But then like this later on, it just paying attention to my body, paying attention to my intuition. I mean, I was feeling good about it. You know what I'm saying? By the time that the just that 1 month I was doing the fast for was up, shit, I didn't want to go back. I felt it's like I felt too good at the time. The sports that I was doing was I excelled at it. When I was working out, I excelled at it. I just felt like it had a lot to do with the different kind of fuel that I was giving my body, the different things I was making myself aware of. And even then, I was still kind of telling myself, yeah, maybe a few times out the year, I try some fried chicken, some pork chop, all the rest of the bullshit. I was thinking, yeah, no, I'll still try that. Every once in a while, maybe. It's no more than 10 times out the year. I was thinking that, but I never got around to it. And even though my homeboys was encouraging me, hey man, you ain't tried chicken in a while, man. Go ahead, have a bite. I was like, I'm straight, man. I'm straight. They say like after 21, it takes 21 days to break a habit. And I guess that fast that I was doing, I was just kind of unintentionally reformatting my mind and doing something that I already felt was better for myself. So by the time that summer rolled around, hey, I mean, it's like, damn, all right, now what am I really eating? Because then I returned to the cooking stuff. I had me a pot. I used to have this portable little oven thing, this oven plate, my bad, stove plate, and I used to be cooking for my homeboys in the dorms that I stayed at. So I mean, hell yeah, I was cooking it up. I was usually making spaghetti for my homeboys, probably making some rice and beans. And in the beginning too, I mean, it was more starches that I was taking in. Also, one thing I started to realize later on in the years is when people decide to go this route, instead of eating more vegetables, they just omit the meat and replace it with more starch, more pasta, more white and brown rices, more more bread, all that kind of shit. What they call gluten sometimes. Hey, I mean, just let me do your own research on that. But it was just like after that fast, I was like, I'm just sticking to this. Just keep on doing my thing, just trying to learn how I can become better at it. And I was just living on the dorm. I ain't had too much money besides the refunds I used to get every semester. So shit was it was like training for what I got going on now. I don't think a lot of people would have lasted because their sensory system just override, and the stuff that I was learning was, and I was still studying at that time, feeling the improvements and seeing the improvements and studying about the improvements. It just made me appreciate that I could like test out and then live out this discipline. So I mean, I just learned a lot about myself through it, but it ain't only like changed my mind, but my body, but my mind as well. Like I said, it's a reformatting. It teaches you a lot of things if you can, because a lot of people like I just don't know like I can do without. You know what I'm saying? I can't give it no meat, man. You tell people about eating healthy, it's like I don't know, I can't give it. I mean, they talking about meat, chicken, cows or like it's crack or something. And you should never like treat anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You should never create that strong of a desire, want for for another energy source. Because not only is that shit like not always promised to you, but I mean that carries weight. It's on your own being. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to do some shit on your own. You know, your own rituals and shit. But I mean, don't be saying that I can't do this. I can't, man. You don't want to be saying shit like that in the first place. So it's like strengthening my mental fortitude. And shit could be me just doing that my son Capricorn thing. You know, to be a boss of anybody else, first I gotta be a boss of myself. So me, I mean, I was always a practicer. I was always a studier, and it's like I realize now that a lot of the things that I studied, I really like immersed myself in. If it like resonated with just like my own development, if I feel like I was moving forward, because I mean, I wouldn't like no longer call myself a Hebrew Israelite in that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my ancestors was a lot of things. So I'm all of that. You know what I'm saying? I recognize knowledge and wisdom and all that bullshit. You know, it's subjective. It's all subjective to my experience, which allows me to interact with whatever I choose and like learn or discipline myself from it. So it's not like this vegan thing. This vegan thing has defeated me, but now I see the worth in it and I can move on now. It's like why I still continue eating this way then? Because like I said, it's just easier on the soul. It's easier just for me to do my thing. And it's just some shit that I prefer now. Some people do this shit for years and feel like they gotta go back. And they got their own answers for that. And it's usually for those things based on the senses of them falling into this, the illusion that they gotta get it for protein or some bullshit like that. So I mean, it's just non-education and there's no mental fortitude yet. And people don't get as much support to build those kind of things that they're supposed to for their own inner character. I ain't had none of that. I had the world laughing at me. I still went to these social events. Of course, I wasn't expecting to be accommodated, but you know, I've been around these isolating situations. You know, in the beginning, I was probably judgmental. I ain't say much, but I ain't do all that kind of shit. But I just stayed to myself and just felt like, dang, why ain't like people picking up on this? Why don't people care? And young version of me. Like as I grew, you know what I'm saying, I just knew that hey, everybody got their own path. Not everybody gonna break out of certain norms, things that they was just raised up on. So shit, that's just what that shit is. Let me make this shit a part. Deuce. Thank you.